It's time for another edition of Sire TV, Success in Real Estate, with your host, Robert Burke. Join Robert and his guests, some of the country's leading experts on real estate investing, as they show you how you can purchase properties tens of thousands of dollars below true market value. So whether you are looking for your personal dream house, a fantastic rental property, or you want to buy, fix up, and resell for profit, this is the show for you. Robert will also share his amazing networks of lenders who are loaning on real estate all across the country. Your financial success is just around the corner. And now, the host of the Success in Real Estate program, Robert Burke.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Success in Real Estate television program, or as I like to call it, Sire TV. We're going to have a great show for you again this week. Got some great guests. We're going to be talking about some hard money lending. We're going to be talking about some success stories. My first guest, though, is Sam Elder. He's with one of our hard money lenders, Sherman Bridge. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you, Robert.
Good to have you here. Now, we had your boss on here last week. So give us a little bit of your background in the lending aspect, how you got involved in all of this.
Well, he's certainly the brains of the operation, but I appreciate you giving me time to come out. My background is in residential lending, and I had the opportunity to, several months ago, to marry that with what real estate investors are doing and what their financing needs are. I came over to Sherman Bridge, and it's been a remarkable fit, wonderful fit for me.
Tell us a little bit about Sherman Bridge. Now, one of the aspects of the show is that we talk about real estate, how you can find deals, but boy, if you can't, you can find a great deal, but if you don't have the money to close on it, you're kind of up a creek. So that's what Sherman Bridge does, which is one of the hard money lenders that are involved with us in our show. But explain to us exactly what it is that Sherman Bridge does and a little bit about the company.
Sure. It's a very important niche, the financing aspect of real estate investing. And we provide financing for real estate investors literally in every walk of the process. People that are doing flips, people that are doing buy and hold, even people who have accumulated properties need to bundle those up. We would like to think that through every stage of real estate investing, we can provide financial solutions for them.
And it really works for the person who's just getting into it, because here's some financing. You're a company that understands the rehabber, you understand the real estate investor, what they're going through, the fact that they're buying properties that need some work done on them that a lot of lenders will stay away from, which is one of the big things about the advantages of dealing with a company like Sherman Bridge, right?
Yeah, it's tough. A lot of people would be inclined just to go to their local bank, wherever they have their checking account, wherever they have their savings account. You walk in the expression that you get from their lender there, it's quite remarkable. They don't really have a sense of what is necessary for real estate investors, and by working with a lender like Sherman Bridge, who understands real estate investing, you're much further down the road to success.
Well, and the big key to success is finding properties, but also having the money to close on them. You can find a great deal if you don't have the money to close on it. One of the things that you guys do, you have this pre-approval process where for a person who's out there who's not ever done real estate before or has never used a hard money lender, maybe they've got money and they can buy a deal or two, but they're going to wise up and realize that they can, kind of spread that out and leverage their money to buy more deals. But when, especially that first person who gets into it, it's really important to know that you've got your financing lined up. Sure. So you guys have a very simple pre-approval process.
We do. Yeah, we have a fast track application that's available through our website. And you're absolutely correct. Being pre-approved is critical. As the real estate investors know, these properties go quick. And if you don't have the financing lined up on the front end, you're lost. You're lost. You're not going to get the deals. The sellers want to have full confidence that you're qualified to follow through on that.
It's a credibility issue.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're out there and you're trying to develop relationships with realtors or wholesalers, and you go out there and you find a property and you tell them, hey, I like this property, I want to buy it, and then you can't close on it, it's going to be hard for you to go back to that person or that realtor again.
Yeah, because there are multiple real estate investors, those relationships are critical. You need to find good sources of distressed properties, and you need to prove to be a reliable buyer. If you are not following through on your offers, and that's going to be problematic for you going forward, as you've indicated. We provide you with consistent financing to where you can build those relationships and have full confidence that you're going to be in line for those deals.
And for our listeners, basically, I want to tell them to go to siretv.tv, because we have the Sherman Bridge link. We also have the other hard money lenders that we work with, but the Sherman Bridge link there, where they can go and click that and apply. What's the process? How complicated it is? How long does it take to get pre-approved for a loan with you guys?
Sure. There's probably 10 questions on the fast track application, and we can generally get that turned around within a couple of hours. So it's a very straightforward and easy process. We don't want to find situations where investors struggle to get through the process. We need to make it easy. We need to make it seamless, all the way through closing. And it's a 5-day process, start to finish, once they found a property. So the entire time, not just with the application, which is very, very, very critical, but all the way through closing, we try to make it easy on the people that are going to be lending money to make them more successful in the process. So
not only the pre-approval process is easy, but you guys can basically, if somebody comes to you with a deal, and they're a worthy client and a worthy person and a worthy property, I mean, they can close on that property 5 to 7 days, right?
If they've been pre-approved. Yeah. If I get an executed contract on Monday, we can close on Friday.
That's amazing. It's such a great weapon to have in your arsenal, to have that pre-approval letter. If you're fortunate enough to you have cash in the bank, you feel very confident when you go out there, to put an offer on a piece of property, because you can close on it. But this pre-approval letter that you guys have, it's basically the same thing.
It is, yeah, and they're non-contingent cash offers that are being made by our borrowers. They're able to go in with full confidence that my offer means something. When I go to the seller's agent and I give them this offer, it carries weight. And if the seller is looking at the opportunity to close this property, by the time the sun goes down 7 days later, they're going to be very interested. So.
Well, and what's kind of fun when you have that kind of financing already set up, you're already pre-approved. One of the questions I always get when I'm talking with a person that I'm negotiating a deal with to buy his property or her property, or I'm dealing with a realtor, the question I always get is, when will you be able to close?
Sure.
And it's so fun to be able to say, well, it's going to take a little while for the title work to be done. I'm ready before they are. Whatever has to be done, I'm basically ready in 5 days. You're not, you probably aren't going to be able to close that fast, but it sure is powerful. And the look you get on a realtor's face when you tell them, hey, look, you're not waiting on me.
Sure.
I'm waiting on you.
Yeah, it does carry a lot of weight. And as you go through this process, distressed properties come with distressed sellers. They want to move quickly. You afford them that opportunity, and that opens doors for you.
So you've got this pre-approval process that people can go and get pre-approved. The other thing, too, that I think is really big is that you understand the mentality of an investor.
Sure.
And you talked about earlier about going to your bank. I mean, I've done that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have the best credit in the world. You go into a bank, and we show properties on this show before and after. If you go in there and show a banker a property that's overgrown or needs a little work done on it, or my word, needs a little foundation work, I mean, they're going to laugh you out, right?
Sure. Yeah, they're not set up for that, Robert. They really aren't. They're very much of a cookie cutter mindset, very, very, very much in the box. And anything outside that microscopic box is a non-starter. You're not going to get anywhere with it.
Yeah. Now, Sherman Bridge, I was talking with Kurt, who is your boss and the owner, and is a good friend of both of ours.
Sure.
He was telling me the other day that you guys are closing about $7 to $8 million a month in these type of loans.
Yeah, it's a great time for real estate investors, and investors that are utilizing leverage have more opportunities open to them. They can do more properties. They can take the success that they're having and really grow that. So along with their growth, Sherman Bridge has been a big part of that, and it's a really good time for us and for our investors.
What I get kind of tired of when I talk with people and they send in comments through the website talking about the disadvantages of being involved in real estate today, that for whatever reason you can't do it like you did back in the day. But when I first started, we didn't have companies like this. Sure. I mean, you can give any excuse you want why you don't want to succeed. But the fact of the matter, this arsenal, this weapon that you guys have is really amazing.
It is, and the success of our investors really, validates the work that we do. But it's something that we enjoy. I absolutely love what I do. I love working with the investors, and being able to provide them the opportunity to go out and pursue their opportunities. It's fun, and it's been a good run for us.
I love this hard money lending. I love the fact we have all these guys on our site who do this across the country. Time's flown by, Sam. Appreciate you being on the show. We welcome to have you, or we can't wait to have you back.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Robert.
Good to have you again, buddy. Hey, everybody, don't go anywhere. Got another exciting segment to the show. We'll be right back.
The Sire TV program, brought to you in part by Appraisal Save, your half-price nationwide home appraisal service. Sherman Bridge, America's #1 rehab lender.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got two great guests here I want to get right to because time flies by. I want to introduce again Matthew Elmer from the Real Alliance. Great to have you back on the show, Matt.
Yeah, Robert, glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your guests that you brought.
Yeah, well, as we talked about in previous shows, we teach and train people how to get results in real estate investing. And so what I wanted to do today was, bring someone who's been through the processes that we use and can share in his own words a little bit about what he's experienced. Him and his wife, Anna, are just an amazing couple, and it's been awesome to watch them go from, just getting started, knowing really nothing about real estate, not really understanding the ins and outs, to now being absolute, experts, in my opinion. So.
Clyde, nice to have you here.
Than's a lot.
You are a welcomed guest.
Thanks a lot.
Now, we have these guys who come on, like Matt, who talk about their company and talk, and I basically espouse them and say what great, companies they are and what they're doing. But it's always nice to have somebody who's experienced firsthand, has gone through dealing with that company. So tell us a little bit about your background, you and your wife Anna, how you got started in real estate, how long you've been doing it.
Absolutely. Well, we actually graduated from college back in 2007, and quickly knew we wanted to go into real estate, but didn't have any money or the know-how to get there. So what we ended up doing was just getting on a phone call. I made a phone call to a friend of ours who basically just ended up telling me, hey, you guys need to get in touch with Matt and Rob and these guys. They're doing some amazing things down in Texas. At that time, we were in Arkansas. Had just graduated from college and also bought our first personal home. And we were in there for about 6 months. And then once I talked with these guys, I was like, you know what? It is time for us to go head on and sell it and get on out of here.
So did you move down to Dallas, to the Dallas
Absolutely.
area?
We moved down here and
Wow.
Started getting hooked up with these guys, really kind of learning the tricks of the trade, how to communicate well and effectively with buyers, sellers, money, private investors, how to work things that way so we could now have an abundance of money to basically buy all of our properties.
So it was kind of a be-all, end-all type of program that they had.
Absolutely. Took us from not knowing anything at all, college, just graduating from college. Actually, we both went into retail management, to now working on 13 properties. We bought, sold, and fixed up 13 properties all last year.
Wow.
So it was just amazing.
The thing I like to talk about these guys, because I think it's one of the things that sets them apart, because I think Matthew would agree with me that there's basic information as far as teaching and training people. But the thing that I think sets these guys apart, and it's always been impressive to me, is this mentoring program. The fact that they're always there for you. They're not coming in and selling you something and gone. They're there. Kind of explain to us your experience with that and the benefits you found from that.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the great things about working with these guys is they're here, they're local. That's the reason why we wanted to move down here, because we wanted to be around people that are literally doing it and not just preaching in front of the room and going somewhere, and we never know if they really truly bought anything or not,
Right.
But actually seeing the properties, putting our hands on them, really before we started buying properties, learning the process that they went through, and also some of the successes and failures. that comes along with it, so we can avoid those.
Right.
So it's just been an amazing just journey.
And I think it's also nice that the guy who's selling you something is accountable in the fact that you can see him. You can go visit him in his office, or you can give him a call if you're not, in Dallas or you're around the country. And that, to me, that's a big benefit. And I think it kind of, you put yourself out on the line, Matt, when you do that, and there's a reason, a purpose for that.
Yeah, we've been able to balance it through a scalable model where they can have that access to me without me giving up, my family time, and I'm able to balance that. But it's amazing. I've never had anybody say, "Hey, I'm not getting my questions answered." And,
so,
and
I can't call you 3 o'clock in the morning, though, right?
Well, you could, Robert, but
well, that's not. How about when you're on vacation this weekend?
I'm going to Puerto Vallarta, and I'm definitely going to not be taking calls. but we have. That's a great point, though. We do have systems, and I'm not the only expert that we put in place because I knew that there would be days I do want to take off, and so we've got a team of experts that
it's
we
not
work
just
with.
you. You have a whole team.
In fact, Clyde
absolutely.
is even,
I mean, it's like if Matt isn't available, we've got Rob, we've got Eric Mattingly, who's also just amazing. He's done millions upon millions of dollars in transactions, if not billions. I think they're almost up there.
Wow.
It's
so
amazing.
a whole support team, basically.
Whole support team, it just, and just the community. I was just talking with him about plumbers. I'm having a problem with a plumber. He just gave me a contact.
Yeah.
So it's great to have people like this around.
I love this show in bringing on these different guests and bringing on these different experts and teaching people different ways that they can make money in real estate. But the thing I like most is talking about an actual deal. One that you can really put you can really see it. And we have one that you did. It's a property in Dallas on Warm Mist. Okay, and I think we have some pictures of that. Now this is that house. You'll kind of walk me through this, Clyde.
Yes, this is a house that we bought. We actually bought this one. It was last year sometime.
But this is the before.
Yes.
This was a nice house to begin with, I gotta say. But now let's look at the after. So you can tell you've gone in there, replaced the windows, and fixed that whole thing up.
Absolutely. We do pretty much everything. We try to go in, fix the windows, electrical. We spend a lot of money on things that you actually do not see. So when people are walking in, they know, hey, I'm getting a quality product.
Well, let's see. We've got some other pictures here. We lost those. Let's see. There. Now this is a bathroom before.
Correct.
Okay, and now we're going to see, I believe, the bathroom after. My word.
Yeah.
I could do that. Okay. Now
that's the point is that you can do. You can do these things.
Is this house still available?
No, that house sold in a little over 24 hours.
Okay. Now, do we have any more? Let me see if we do. Okay, this was...
Yeah, the fireplace.
This is the fireplace
okay,
and kind of family room area.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So you sold this to Donald Trump, and he lives there now. Okay, and we've got, this is kind of the entryway, right?
Correct, We knocked out a couple of walls and...
Yeah, because this was amazing. It doesn't even look like the same house to me.
Yeah, it's fun to go on, and one of the things we do at our 3-day trainings is we invite people to go and visit these houses that our students are doing, and they get a chance to see and feel, whatever stage we're at with it, and it's often, sometimes we'll even go visit the house again at a future tour as they're 45 days later into the program, and so we get to see the end product, and it's always fun to see what they've done.
Now, do you mind talking a little bit about the figures of this house?
Oh, no, well, we could go over that real quick.
Tell us, you said how long did it take you from the time you bought it to fixing it up till it was ready to sell?
That was about 90 days. On the day we closed on the house to sell, our insurance for 3 months was up. It was amazing.
Really?
It worked out perfectly.
Wow.
So it was 90 days. We were in, we were out, we got things done.
Because you did a lot of stuff to this house.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. That's amazing. You made some pretty good money on it.
Oh yeah, that was a really good money maker. We actually bought the house. I believe it was. Forgive me if I'm wrong. My wife is really the numbers gal. I love going in, making it look good and sellable. But we bought the house. I believe it was for $330,000. Then we ended up putting it. We put about, I think it was $100,000, $90,000 to $100,000 into it. And then we ended up selling it for $500,000, and we had it on the market for $545,000. We sold it for $535,000, and we ended up just walking away with about $98,000 between us and our investor. We walked away with about 70 grand, all of which none of the money came, we didn't put any money of our own into that deal.
Wow.
So, I mean, I love the whole creation of, being able to create your own, income. And that's exactly what we did.
Well, when we talk about these stories, I always say, what are we doing sitting around here? Why aren't we doing that? And I noticed while we were waiting to do the show, you're on your iPhone and checking, and you're probably going, yeah, I want to do this show, but my gosh, there's some deals out there I can make some money on.
Yeah, absolutely. Money doesn't stop. I want to make money all the time.
That's right.
But have a good, safe time with my family as well.
That's great. And making that kind of money on these deals does afford you that. So what were you going to say, Matt?
Well, one of the points that I wanted to make about this deal and the countless others that Clyde has figured out is that we understand that real estate, and for your viewers, it's important for them to understand, real estate is highly a percentage game. And so what they're doing is traditionally buying properties in $200,000 to $300,000, putting $60,000 to $100,000. They're doing it in less than 90 days, and they're turning around and selling them for $400,000 to $500,000, and able to profit more on one deal as opposed to doing 20 or 30.
That's amazing. Hey, I want to put this out here. Hopefully you can see this Against the Grain. This is a book that you wrote and co-wrote with Brian Tracy. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about those when we talk about this special deal we have on this when we come back from our break. Hey guys, appreciate it. Love to have you here. Great story.
Thank you. Thanks.
We'll be back.
The Sire TV program, brought to you in part by New Western, America's #1 source for investment properties. The Real Alliance, leading individuals to success through real estate investing.
Well, that wraps up another edition of the Success in Real Estate or Sire TV television program. Before we go, though, I do have a few exciting things I want to tell you about. First off, I want to thank our guest, Matt Elmer from the Real Alliance. I want to thank Sam Elder from Sherman Bridge. And I especially want to thank our special guest, Clyde Kemp, and his story. I mean, that was a fantastic story, moving down to Dallas, going through the Real Alliance class. We showed a property and the kind of money that he was making. During the break, we were talking about some of his other properties. It's an amazing story. You definitely want to go to our website, siretv.tv. What we've done with everybody who's on our show, all the companies that we're involved with, that we recommend and have on the show as our guests, we have special deals for our viewers. If you go to the website, for Real Alliance, if you're interested in their training programs, going to one of their seminars, getting involved in their mentoring program, they don't just teach and leave, they teach and stay, okay? And that's what I like about these guys. They're here for you. They have these training programs throughout probably every 30 days. And they have something coming up almost every couple of weeks. We have special prices that are available just for our viewers. But you have to go to the website and click on that link. That's how they track it. That's how we're able to get these prices. With Sherman Bridge, again, hard money lender, they understand the real estate investor and they have money to loan. And we have these hard money lenders throughout the United States. All you have to do is go to the website. There's an information page. If you'll send us an email with your information and tell us the area where you live, the state that you live in, we will then send you back a reply and let you know of a hard money lender in your particular area, your particular state, that is doing loans in your particular area. Okay? It is a fantastic tool. I just wish that I had had this when I first got started. It really is an amazing thing to have. Again, you can go to the website and click on the link to our hard money lenders. The other thing that we have on the website, which is really important and a fantastic tool for you as you get into real estate investing, is we have wholesale lenders around the United States that list their properties on our site. We allow select wholesale lenders to list their properties on our site. Go there, see if there's any in your particular area, your particular state, your city, whatever. They have their contact information. You can contact them directly. You usually will see pictures of the property. They'll tell you basically what that property should appraise for after the repairs are done on it, an approximation of the repair work that needs to be done, and then what you can buy it for. Check those out. That is another fantastic tool, okay? All these things we provide you simply because I believe that there are more than one way to make money in real estate. It is as simple as that. I know I've said this before, but anybody who's preaching one way, they're just not being completely honest. They're selling something, okay? Now, all of our people basically have something for sale. They're promoting themselves. Our hard money lenders, it doesn't cost you anything to get a loan or to sign up or do business with them. They make money because they charge interest and they charge fees for their loans, but you know, you're only paying for that when you take advantage of their service. Although we have some of our other sponsors there who, you know, have programs that they're selling, although we still have special discounts and prices for our viewers. But again, you got to check that out. Go to our sponsors page on the siretv.tv site, and you'll see these sponsors who support us, but every one of them give you, our viewers, not only an advantage and a benefit to use them, and it will help you in your business, but they also provide great pricing for our people. We also have something else, and I want to mention it very quickly. We have a Premier Buyers Club. You go there to our site, click it on. There's a small one-time yearly fee for that, and we have all these companies that know our audience, know who we're reaching, and that is the real estate investor, people who are doing something with houses. Sherwin-Williams, we've got 20 to 40% off paint and supplies, all because when you become a member of that. We even have things as far as travel. We have an online travel company that gives our listeners a discount just because they like to be involved with us, they like what we're doing. We have cruises that you can take. If you're making money in real estate, and hopefully you will be, or hopefully you are, you need to take some time off. You need to spend some of that money and relax. And we have companies that give our listeners discounts on cruises, all kinds of things, everything, things that we work on throughout the week. We want to kind of be all-encompassing and help people improve their lifestyle, make money, but also be happier. And it's not all just about making money is what makes you happy. It's enjoying life. Okay, guys? Again, check out the website, siretv.tv. We'll be back next week at the same channel, the same time. Until then, God bless and continued success.
Thank you for watching the Sire TV program. For more information regarding the contents of this show, please visit our website at siretv.tv.